Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 build video. Today I'm going to show you the Incinerate Sorc in the Torment 4 variant. We also got almost max res here. It's actually a bit of a shame. I guess I have to masterwork this once more. And then we get the plus to the max res, but it doesn't matter. We have the armor also capped. And we are in Torment 4 and we can clear comfortably through, for example, Helltide, which I will show you in a second. Let's go right into the skill tree. What do we got here? We got just 2 points here, doesn't matter, we don't use them. And then we got Incinerate, of course, with Destructive, which gives us more damage reduction. Then we got Elemental Dominance, because we are usually casting above 50 mana anyways, giving us increased damage. Then I got the Mystical Flame Shield, which I personally really like. I like the stun sometimes. It's not mandatory, but Flame Shield in itself is very good, but you don't really have to go here if you don't want to. You can put it somewhere else, like for example Energy Focus or Align the Elements if you want these passives maxed out. Then I got Shimmering Teleport as per usual. I got the Ice Armor with Mystical to give me more damage against frozen enemies. I got the Frost Armor with Mystical, which we don't really need, and you will see that in a second when we go over the runes. Then over here we got the passives, Glass Cannon, Energy Focus, Damp Layer, just overall very good passives, as well as Precision Magic and Protection. And we got Mana Shield as well. And then moving here we got the Firewall, Enhanced Firewall, which we'll use as our enchantment. And then we got Crippling Flames, which is kind of nice to have immobilized ready, because we do more damage against crowd control enemies as well through our Paragon. And Inner Flames just overall does more damage with pyromancy skills. You can see I have +3 here from my amulet. Ideally, you would want to get Endless Pyre, does more damage against burning, more burning damage, sorry, and then the bonus is increased at the end of, like, if you have more damage over time on the monster, which mostly at the last, like, few percentage of health of them. We also had Elemental Synergies to just get more damage, and then cooldown reduction right here. Also got Hoarfrost because we do kinda freeze a lot due to our lucky hit chances. Got the Inferno here with Prime. You could also use Supreme Inferno, which is not that bad. Sometimes we are a little bit shy on mana, so you can of course use that as well. And then Endless Pyre and Soulfire are the good ones here. We have Warmth as well. For example, I could put like Supreme right here. And of course Combustion, which was in the most recent patch, was changed to deal even more damage, like 60x increased damage with burning effects, which is Incinerate, and an additional 25x of your damage to burning enemy bonus. So we have 86x right here. We have damage to burning, where is it? Of one, what? Damage with burning? Wait. Damage with burning, damage with fire. The wording is kind of tricky. Damage to burning, 25%. That can't be right. Damage with burning. But 25 here is only 50. The wording is kind of tricky. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. Any case, you want damage to, or damage with burning. It's kind of, what is damage with burning actually? There's burning damage, but it says damage to burning enemies. At any rate, let's go with the Paragon, which is more clear cut. We got Unleash, we're using a lot of mana, and this gives us more increased damage and mana regeneration, which is pretty nice. Then we go over here to Torch, which gives us increased burning damage, so this in turn will increase our combustion passive. I think. This wording is really tricky. Rigid Fate. Then we go over here, we got Tactician because we're using defensive skills all the time. We go up here, we got Burning Instinct, of course, giving us 90x more burning damage. We got Pyromaniac, giving us more damage to burning enemies, because we have, it gives bonus to rare nodes. That's why you want it here, because you have burning to damage, damage to, oh my goodness, damage to burning enemies here. Well, it only enhances rare nodes, so it only enhances this one, so there you go. Don't really need explosive here, it just gives us crit strike damage, which we don't care for. Moving over here, we got, of course, fundamental release, because we're always vulnerable, or making enemies vulnerable and burning. Not really critically striking, so that's kind of a shame. But the other twos, of course, very important, 20x more damage, and then damage to burning enemies. Here we go. And then control, giving you increased score control. So there's an argument for, what is it? Flame Feeder, because it also increases damage to burning targets. And we could, for example, swap out, well, we could swap out, I don't know, maybe Forge, because it only increased burning damage. This is confusing. So you could put in Flame Feeder. Right now I haven't leveled it up yet to Legendary, but this would further increase our damage, so it will be even better. And it's kind of a shame, because it also gives increased direct damage to burning enemies, which we don't need, because we're not dealing direct damage. So yeah, but I think it's still worth it, because it greatly increases our combustion. So moving on to gear, I got the Godslayer crown. Ideally, you would have a Harlequin's crest. This isn't even ancestral. It's a shame, and only masterwork once, but it kind of works, and I like the pulling together of mobs, even though it's only curing every 12 seconds. You could also use Air of Perdition right here. Then turrets matches overall, of course, very good. Mythic unique. You could also use Soulbrand if you don't have the mythic unique. Then we got Engulfing Flames. This doesn't even have +2 Incinerate, only +2 core skills, and it's also not ancestral. So you see, my gear isn't even that ideal, and I'm still able to clear Torment 4. So sky is the limit. Well, maybe not the sky, but we can push it further. And then you can see lucky hit to freeze, and then +2 core damage. You could also use +2 fire damage. It kind of is the same for this build anyways. I feel like combustion should just scale with +2 fire damage, but well, there you go. Then we got the pants right here, which has an armor and total armor roll. You see we are over cap. We don't even have all the jewelry here socketed, because we really don't need it. We actually could socket a diamond just to get to the max res on Torment 4. And then we use Orange Herald, because I like to use the ultimate as much as possible, because it groups up everything. So that's kind of cool. And then Concussive Strikes, of course, just giving us more damage. And then you have like the usual like Intelligence, Max Life, Movement Speed here, and then a chance to freeze as well. And we're using Flame Scar. Ideally, you would have a two-handed staff with the right affixes, like damage over time, intelligence, and so on. I think they are competing right now and might be on par. The unique effect is just whatever, but the +2 Incinerate is of course huge, together with overheating aspect, which gives us increased damage with Incinerate, which supposedly scales with Incinerate ranks. I don't know how that is possible. Like, I mean, it just says here 98% more damage, right? How does it scale even more? But that's how it says in the patch notes. And then we got Flamethrower, of course. So Flamethrower is the one you would put on your two-handed staff if you have one, because it scales a lot. I'm also using like, we have total armor here. That's why we have a huge armor. So ideally, I mean, if I don't have that, I'm losing a lot of armor, of course. But I could use the skulls here. Ideally, you want intelligence, and then either inner flames or what's it called? The other one that I point out, Endless Pyre. And then cooldown reduction. But this is also fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then Talrashas is always great, but it's not even ancestral, and it's fully masterwork actually for non-ancestral. And thankfully I hit the cooldown reduction, which is pretty nice. And then Conflagration right here, giving us more damage with Incinerate. This one is so bad. Wait, it has chance for Meteor to deal double damage? Pyromancy critical sky damage. What did I do? The critical wait. I think I just used the wrong one. So now you can witness how infuriating it is to temper anything. We got the fire damage at least, so Pyromancy augments. It's just, Wait, how lucky are we? No way. I wanted to show you how abysmal it is. And there we go. We get the max roll for the Incinerate to hit double damage. So together with our Flame Scar, we are scratching the surface of having 100%. Right now it's like almost 90%. of dealing double damage. And of course, we could go higher with fire damage, but I will leave it for now.
Use it now.
And yeah, I wanted to socket. Let's do that real quick. Ba 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 boom. And then craft a grand diamond. Oh, I already had one. Well, there you go. Now we have more resistance than ever. Then lastly, we got what we got, the Mercenary. So we got Subo, because Subo does a Molotov cocktail, which then gives us increased damage over time for you, or from me, from our damage, for 3 seconds, which is nice. And then he does Snipe. And with Snipe, if it hits the target he originally aimed for, I don't know, I guess if something is in between the Snipe and whatever he wants to do, it's not hitting the right target, then, oops, sorry, I did something with the mic. Then he Molotovs again, so we get another 30x, so that's nice. And we got Variana, because why not? She just knocks down whenever we use Inferno for some reason. Can do something else, but it's fine. So, I almost talked my way through the Helltide, because Helltide is up. We're gonna take a look and see how it goes. And with the recent changes, with the latest patch, yeah, Torment 4 is possible. Because before, it kind of was not. So we got a lot of damage boost with it, but that's about it. You can clear a bit more. And of course, there's still some scaling to be had. So, where's the demon? Do we really have to untie all of these? I need more enemies. But there's also the aspect that periodically pulls some enemies to you, but it doesn't pull a lot, and that's kind of annoying. It only pulls like 1 or 2, so it kind of breaks the whole pack. Doesn't really help. So basically you kind of rotate through your defensive skills as you see fit. Whoops. And yeah, you just burn everything, you know. They're kind of tanky. As long as they're burning, they do like less damage to us. Wait, did I activate it? Pretty cool. And then you can see above the Incinerate sign in our action bar, there's like this bar. And that is the overheating aspect. And you can see that it's running, and if we like cast Incinerate again, it's refreshing. So in the very beginning, before it's up, you really don't do a lot of damage. But after it's up, you do like double damage. So just keep an eye out for that. If you feel like you're not doing damage, maybe it's because it's not running yet. Because initially you have to, I think, cast it for 2 seconds. I don't know what happened actually. I think I just stood in everything. I'm not really paying attention. I actually don't like. I really don't like Helltide as much. So let's go to the pit tier 65, which you need to beat to be able to do Torment 4. So maybe that's a better indicator. And we go here. We actually have 106. I don't know how I did that. Maybe with another character. Because we're definitely not able to do 106 with a Incinerate Sorc. No matter how good your gear is, I think. But, you know, if you like the playstyle, reaching Torment 4, I think it's an admirable goal. And I do like the playstyle in the pit, because most of the time enemies are already like kind of grouped up, or I can group them up like with this, or like Inferno, you know. And then I also group them up with my Godslayer's Crown when I do mobilize them or use Frost Nova. That's kind of neat. Oh, I forgot to go over the runes actually. You might have seen them already in my action bar or like status bar or whatever it's called. But the runes are Live, Se, which says stand still is to live, and then Se is like Spirit Wolf to attack enemies. So the Spirit Wolf does freeze also, so it complements other things that we have. And it attacks in an AoE style, jumps to the enemies, and also gives a vulnerable. So you might have noticed we don't have any vulnerable application other than Frost Nova in our gear. So this is very, very nice. I really love that. Maybe not the strongest if you're looking for like min-maxing, but it's really convenient to apply like freeze and vulnerable. You don't need to stand still the lift rune if you don't have it, because it's a legendary rune. You can also use something like, oh, if you apply card control, then you get like offering. It's also good. Because we also have knock what, which here we have the inflicted control that isn't slow or chill. So for example, freeze, and then we do the crapify, which in itself is a crowd control, which also like gives us an offering. Other than knock, because I just mentioned it here, you can use something, the one that says you spend mana, or you cast a skill with a cooldown. I guess there's a lot of options, since the wolves actually don't need that much offering to be spawned. You will figure it out. I believe in you. But yeah, I think like the wolves are huge, like kind of quality of life. You can see everything is like always vulnerable. And sometimes I deal a huge amount of damage. That's because Godslayer Crown is proccing. It gives us a almost 60x damage multiplier. That's why I said if you use like Air of Perdition, for example, almost the same. It also gives you like 60x damage. But ideally you would have Harlequin's Crest giving a +4 to all ranks, which scales like, yeah, everything that we have. There is also a case for Shroud of False Death, which gives you a lot of damage, because it gives you 1 to all passives. But you would lose, you know, survivability in terms of Tyrael's Might, so you need to just see if you're still surviving enough without it. We're just gonna finish this run here so we can see the bosses. Well, bosses are like fairly easy this time around. And everything here is kind of easy, it just takes time, I guess. And of course we love some shrines. So I don't like when the enemies are so scattered. That's why you see me just, you know, move to the next room or whatever, or look for like some groups. But I like Godslayer Crown as well, sometimes grouping, like here, just group that thing. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Good thing we have Flame Shield and Teleport to get out of any crowd control. And yeah, I'm just taking my time right here. It's not really a speed build anyways. But we can just burn them all. Burn them all. So if you ever wanted to burn them all, with all I mean all the demons, burn all the demons, then this is the build for you. Boom, Guardian Slayer, there we go. Oh, and for Elixir you can use the advantage because of the lucky hit chance, because we want to proc our enchantment more often, and we have the enchantment of Firewall, giving us 25x more increased burning damage if they stand in the Firewall. Now I've got Incinerate, which every 8 seconds summons a serpent that spawns, that casts Incinerate for 8 seconds. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. They changed that because before it was like every 12 seconds it spawns a serpent that casts for 8 seconds, which is kind of dumb, because then you have like time in between. As you can see, GG, easy clap, easy clap. Let's level our flame feeder, I guess, so we can. Woohoo! Now it's legendary, and I believe we do more damage with that. So we probably maybe change it with. Well, they all do damage here, right? So Torch is only really good against the trash. So you would change to the Flame Feeder if you have, you know, problems with the boss, but not with the trash, and vice versa. And that's about it. Thank you guys for seeing it to the end. If you're still here, if you want more like this, then please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Good luck and fun, and goodbye.